Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for December. Last month was dominated by that square between Neptune and Saturn, and frankly it's going to continue for much of this month. It's true that the angle is not exact, and by the very end of the month it finally really starts to open up, but I do think it's going to be influential. Just to remind you, Saturn is all about structure, but it's very exacting. And for you, at the moment, it's in your sector of knowledge, travel, agreements, contracts, legalities. And it's squaring up with Neptune, the planet of dreams, which is very, very hard to pin down. And that's in a much more psychological part of your horoscope. So any hopes you've got of expanding your situation may have some psychological undertones. That is going to continue this month. And right at the very start of December, the Sun, which is in your sister fire sign of Sagittarius too, is merging with Saturn and itself squaring up with Neptune. So as you enter this month, in one way, you might not have a tremendous amount of energy or enthusiasm. It's as if you could feel a little bit drained or unsure about what direction to go in. Ironically, Mercury, which is also in Sagittarius, is in a right angle with Jupiter, which could almost see you trying to do too much or promise too much in order to get over the lethargy and the enervation that the Sun and Saturn's right angle with Neptune can cause right at the start of this month. There's also a quarter moon on the 3rd, it too occurring in Virgo. So we've got a lot of this Virgo square Sagittarius stuff. Now both are mutable, but it's just saying be cautious about what you agree to do. You need to be aware of your personal need for space, independence, freedom. Now for the first 4 days of this month, Venus does continue in a fine part of your horoscope for the related, suggesting the need to stay calm and diplomatic. But she does relocate on the 5th into Scorpio, a much deeper and more passionate part of your horoscope. Exciting stuff if you're wanting to take a relationship from the chat phase to something much more sexual and sensual. But also it suggests that in any kind of relationship situation, if you are struggling to quite get to the bottom of what's the real truth between you and someone who seems evasive or a bit mysterious, then Venus will certainly help you in this regard too. On the 10th, Mercury switches signs into Capricorn. Now this transition can be very, very good, and at the heart of this month it's going to help you to really clarify much more what you want from your professional interests as it passes across Pluto. But the 11th sees a new moon in Sagittarius, and this will be liberated from that cloying right angle between Saturn and Neptune. So if you're wanting to get into the party theme and have a more enjoyable time of it, this will certainly help. Mars is also going to be in opposition with Uranus at the heart of this month, and this can point towards some unexpected moves and also potentially a few arguments, especially if you feel that someone is trying to pin you down and have too much control over how you lead your life, but the making up could be fun to do. The Sun then also goes into a square with Jupiter before actually forging a fantastic link later on with Uranus. And this suggests that if you can look at things, life, arrangements for Christmas in a fresher way and be a bit more flexible in your approach, it probably will be a good thing. The 18th has a quarter moon in Pisces, which is re-emphasizing that Saturn-Neptune square, where anxieties and weird undercurrents can undermine your enthusiasms and energies. But once the Sun moves on the 22nd into Capricorn, I think you'll be moving more into needing to take a lead around any Christmas arrangements, and some of the confusion or need for escapism that's going to be quite large earlier in the month dissipates, and you're probably going to be much more aware of what's required to keep everyone happy in your situation. Boxing Day sees Uranus start to go forwards. Christmas Day is, I should say, has a full moon in the sign of Cancer, and your natural ability to just make sure that everything is in place and be sensitive to the people who really matter in your situation will be appreciated as well. I think the more sociable moment for you probably is going to come on New Year's Eve, because Venus moves into Sagittarius on the 30th. Perfect timing to really let your hair down and bring the curtain down on 2015. It's been a real pleasure being with you. I hope you have a very happy Christmas. Good luck and goodbye for now.